Hello there, you insatiable hyenas. Come to try and pick at the carrion of my latest kill, have you?
He's trapped.
You've been giggling away in my ear for days now. When are you going to do the video about Harry and Meghan's near catastrophic crash? You mangy scavengers.
This number of hyenas could kill him.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm not going to compromise this channel's integrity. Alright? This channel was founded on some very basic, very simple, but inviolable principles. The mission of this channel was quite simple: to spread the English language to... Oh no, wait, I changed it. Okay, I guess. I do want to be fair though, so let's first start this video by getting Harry and Meghan's version of events. Let's read the official statement. Attributed to a spokesperson. Now that detail might not seem remarkable to all of you, but I think it is important to bear in mind who said this, who gave this statement, right? The type of person it was. A spokesperson for Harry and Meghan. So picture, if you will, the simpering, obsequious, serpentine social climber lackey. A sort of Omid Scobie type. Last night, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Miss Ragland were involved in a near-catastrophic car chase at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. Look at the wording that this spokesperson, the little bitch errand boy, look at the wording he uses. A ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. Very dehumanising. Like they're a troop of baboons or something. I would have referred to them as a gaggle. Because this is nothing more than a wild goose chase, is it?
Help me! Get the fuck out of here!
This relentless pursuit, lasting over 2 hours, resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 NYPD officers. Ooh, scary stuff. I wonder if there were any witnesses, like, say, the taxi driver.
You know, I was crossing on 67th Street and then the security guard hailed me. And next thing you know, Prince Harry and his wife were hopping into my cab. And as we went a block, we got blocked by a garbage truck, and all of a sudden paparazzis came and started taking pictures.
Oh, the horror. That sounds positively slightly annoying. I bet they felt absolutely inconvenienced. The inconsiderate bastards nearly woke Doria up, and old Harold looks a little worse for wear too.
How many of us feel battered?
Seems to be having trouble operating his arms.
And then they were just about to give me the location where they were gonna go, but then they told me to circle back to the precinct, so we circled back to the precinct.
Now people will say I'm mad for thinking that sounds like they enjoy being chased by paparazzis, but I really think you'd be surprised what people with more money than they can spend and no real job to go to, the lengths they'll go to get any sense of satisfaction out of life. Look at Epstein Island. Not that implausible, you know. The taxi driver said I was taking them to their location and they wanted to go circle back, you know. No, take us back. Now, to be fair to Harry, it almost certainly wasn't his idea. He had enough on his plate trying to work out which arm was which. Doria was out of it again. It was definitely Meghan's idea. Everything's Meghan's idea in that house. Take us back.
Nice people. They look nervous. I mean, I think they were being chased the whole day or something, so they were pretty nervous, you know. But the security guard, he was on it.
And what did you think about the description of this, you know, the near catastrophic event?
Oh, I don't think that's true. I think that's all, you know, exaggerated and stuff like that, so...
Oh dear.
Don't read too much into that, you know.
But as far as you were concerned, when they were in your taxi, you know, did you feel like you were in danger?
No. New York City is the safest place to be.
Oh dear.
Right? And there's police stations, there's cops on every corner, so there's nobody to be afraid in New York.
You didn't see any cars going over curbs or people banging on
Oh,
your
I
window?
didn't see that. No, that must have happened earlier if they were being chased before on like 57, like Mayor Adam was saying, but not with me. Yeah.
But they did seem nervous to you.
They did seem nervous. Yeah.
Was it a good tip?
Yeah, it was great, man. 10-minute drive, $50 or that's what you asked for, right? You can't beat that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, the taxi driver was only part of it. I mean, this went on for 2 hours, didn't it? This high-speed car chase through gridlocked New York. Went on for 2 hours, didn't it? Yeah, we're not going to hear any of the paparazzis that were involved in it coming out and giving their version of events. They wouldn't dare, would they?
Last night, after leaving the theater, there were hopes from me and a few other photographers that maybe they would go to a restaurant. For the most part, I was driving and it was very tense trying to keep up with the vehicles. They did a lot of blocking. There was a lot of different types of maneuvers to stop what was happening. Their driver was making it a catastrophic experience. If they were going 80 miles an hour, I would have probably be going about 20 miles an hour behind them and hoping to keep sight of them. So if it was dangerous and catastrophic, it more than likely was based on the person that was driving versus anyone else. If the driver wants to drive fast and cut through lanes and do this and do that, go the wrong way.
Gotta wonder why it's always the most talentless and useless members of the celebrity class that get hounded by the press, like Harry and Meghan, and have to go on 2-hour detours of New York to shake off the paparazzis. Whereas, you know, Taylor Swift does fine. Yeah, I try as hard as I can to keep an open mind and remain unbiased, and one of the ways I do that is by using ground news. Another seamless segue, Danny, you're a pro! Today's video is sponsored by Ground News. Ground News is the world's first news comparison platform. It allows its users to compare news stories from around the world relying on more than 50,000 sources and over 60,000 daily news articles. Ground News shows its readers who's funding the coverage of a given news item, how reliable the sources are with the factuality rating, and where the sources covering the story in question fall on the political spectrum. Take a look at how I was able to prepare for today's video using Ground News. Ground News really came in handy when preparing for today's video, as I could get an accurate timeline of what actually happened the other day. On Ground News, I'm immediately able to see 9 different sources all covering the same story and telling me how things unfolded. And I can see right-leaning sources, centre sources, left sources. They're given a factuality rating. I can see that most of the sources are not particularly politically biased. If I want to go into more detail, I can look at the long reads about what happened. It's just overall a really useful app to have. So to stay fully informed on breaking news, compare coverage and avoid media bias, go to ground.news/Daniel Boland and sign up for free. Or subscribe for unlimited access if you find it as useful as I do. Link in description. Okay, so back to the video. But in light of what I was just saying there in the ad, and wanting to be unbiased, you know, and all the talk of hyenas at the beginning of the video, I wonder what Shenzi had to say about all of this.
Prince Harry and Meghan were followed by paparazzi while leaving the Ziegfeld Theater. Their spokesperson called it a near catastrophic car chase. Others said it wasn't bad. But I think people in New York know if it was possible to have car chases in New York, we'd all make it to the theater on time.
Oh God, it's worse than I thought. Even Shenzi's not sticking up for them.
How did it get so dark so fast?
Oh well, too bad for you.
I wonder what the mayor of New York has to say about all this.
I would find it hard to believe that there was a 2-hour high-speed chase. That would be, I find it hard to believe.
This is where the narcissists win, right? You're playing their game, right? Because the mayor of New York is being all earnest and he's saying, I find it hard to believe that there was a 2-hour high-speed chase, but I guess there could have been something. Yeah, and then they're going to say, no, we didn't say there was a 2-hour high-speed chase. We said we were followed for 2 hours, but there was dangerous driving. We didn't specify the speed, right? There's people doubting as to whether they meant the word catastrophic, if that meant that they could have died or one of the journalists could have died following them. That is where the ambiguity, the murkiness of everything they ever talk about is where they cling on to the stupid retards that still follow them, that still believe them, right? If you start arguing about details, they might be able to disprove one of the details, but you're losing sight of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this is all bollocks, right? They're nobody. They're doing nothing interesting at all. It's just, I can't believe people are even, oh, and I guess the irony is I'm talking about it as well. It is fun though, I guess. But it does amaze me that some people still believe that there is anything genuine about this at all. It's all a grift. It's so obviously them trying to imitate or trying to what's the word? Someone tell me the word in the comments. Evoke memories of what happened to Diana. I mean, it's just that. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. That's it. That's all it is. I really think people are naive, and this goes back to something I've said in other videos where people went mental. I'm not apologising. Don't say I'm apologising. I'm just saying, right? People who are naive are susceptible to be taken advantage of by narcissists, right? Because they don't see it. Right? They don't see it. They will give you the benefit of the doubt if they're naive, sweet people. You know, like Sleeping Beauty. She didn't think that Maleficent was going to prick her finger and kill her, did she? She had no idea. She'd never seen a spinning needle, had she? Because her bloody overprotective father had destroyed them all. That's not what you do, is it, Jordan Peterson? You stroke the cat, don't you? You gotta face your fears. You gotta rescue your father from the belly of the whale, right? Haven't you? That's exactly what you've got to do, like Pinocchio. What else? Yeah, that's it. Naive people don't see narcissists coming, and they're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'd meant this. They didn't. It's all for attention. And why? For attention's sake. In their case, for money's sake as well, because they can make a living out of this. A fucking killing they can make out of this. I'm sorry for all you idiots out there who still believe anything about these two. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry, actually, because I'm not apologising. Stop saying I'm making apology videos. I'm not. God damn it. I don't apologise for anything, all right? Ever. I think that's all about all I've got to say on this topic, on this epic car chase, part 2. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the rest of it. Bye!